You know when you press, like your computer's being really slow, and you press like the mouse repeatedly on this one thing, and you just get, eventually it just like goes, right, I can't take it anymore, gonna crash, bye. It's like that, I think, when it gets to, like, say, sensory overload.
It's loud sound, and especially frequent loud sound, like a long beep, like a long high-pitched beep. That sort of goes in one ear and it sort of rattles inside your head, and it's like, oh, I just want to run away. I just want to run away.
Yeah. Babies crying is the one thing I can't do.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's the one thing.
I love babies, but man, but when they cry,
it's like it could be like really quiet, and then suddenly, like as you said, like the baby's crying, and that's all I can concentrate on. Like I can't distract myself from it unless I have something that will literally block out, like say, putting it in my headphones.
And I also think a lot of the time it can be those unexpected sounds that can be hardest, because I can be in an environment quite, like I don't have any problem on planes, even though they're really loud, because it's exactly the sound you expect to happen. But when it's like, for example, the honk of a car or a bus can be really shocking because you're not expecting that to come.
It's like getting punched in the chest.
Yeah.
Hearing an unexpected loud noise.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just go and sit somewhere where you know I expect people won't come and talk to me.
I tend to stim. I've heard that like stimming can sort of, well, I don't know if other people do it, but I know myself, I do that with my fingers.
I'd get made fun of at school for stimming. And like stimming's so important. I think for everyone that does it. Like if I wasn't allowed to stim, I'd probably explode. Yeah.
Autistic people are going to react in different ways to certain things, but it's great to have people who are just understanding, and even if they don't know that much about autism, just asking, you know, what is it I need to do to help you cope? You know, do I need to take you out into like a quiet, calm room where there's not much going on? Or just, even if I was to say like, oh, I don't want anyone around me right now, you know.
A lot of adults just try not to either laugh at me or just try not to stare at me, but sometimes I get some kids that no malice behind it, they just want to ask questions. They ask, why are you doing that? They don't want to laugh, they just want to learn.
People do want to at least have some understanding, but I sometimes feel that if they ask questions, they feel like they're being intrusive and like kind of invading your privacy of like how it affects you. But I feel like it's better to actually have an understanding and ask questions, because then you know sort of what to expect from them.
But if you're clapping your hands, if you're jumping up and down, try not to draw attention to it. Leave them alone, give them some space, you know, don't give eye contact. Just leave them be and allow them to come to their own sort of devices, because if you just throw 101 questions at them and you know, it's just fire with fire, you're not going to get anywhere.
You know, if someone's making these really loud noises and they can see that I'm getting stressed or overwhelmed, and they have a little bit, they may only have the tiniest knowledge of autism, but they can see that there's a link, and then maybe they'll think to say, excuse me, can you turn your music down please? Or excuse me, can you stop having that loud conversation?
Sometimes you can't do it on your own. You know, you need some help, even people that you don't know, like strangers. And people, like when your mother said to you when you're younger, don't talk to strangers. Sometimes the strangers can be really, really helpful if they've got that sort of understanding.